This is our cue to scramble out the military truck. I've been warned it's going to burst into flames in the next few minutes. This is a training exercise in tactical medicine for Ukrainian National Guard cadets. A young cadet is lying in a pool of fake blood as two others desperately try to get a tourniquet around his leg. Smoke is now engulfing the truck we've all just jumped out of just moments ago.
Every second is crucial for a wounded soldier on the front line. This is why it's essential that every single serviceman has a basic understanding of frontline medicine.
Он сделал все, что он мог сделать в таком неудобном положении для него. Я не просто так прошу вот эту штуку ставить вот сюда. Смотрите, как она висит. 2 сантиметра. Жгута нет.
At this training station, cadets are learning how to apply tourniquets to a hemorrhaging limb. This is part of their frontline medicine training course organized by an NGO called Patriot Defense. The tourniquet is simple and in most cases life-saving. It's one of the key items in a soldier's first aid kit.
Leave it, right?
Leave it.
Okay, and then I turn this to make it as tight as possible, because this is the most crucial part of a tourniquet, to keep the blood from flowing. More, okay.
It has been around since the 1700s, but it was only fully implemented by the U.S. Army about a decade ago. Since then, the tourniquet has reduced the soldiers' annual death rate due to blood loss from 23 to 3.
So basically, they're trying to get to the tourniquets as quick as possible, and they're trying to apply them to as many limbs as possible as well. They're trying to make the scenario as lifelike, so you can hear the screaming.
But the use of a tourniquet is not without consequences. Extensive application can lead to nerve damage and blood clots. A counterfeit tourniquet can cost a soldier his life. A U.S.-based company, North American Rescue, recently noted the presence of counterfeit tourniquets in Ukraine.
In the Ukraine, this is somebody started making tourniquets that are similar to this, but they don't have the same strength or reliability, and they're failing out there. We have to be careful that because it's part of the things that are going on out there. Our job is just to provide them a safe solution that is proven scientifically and on the battlefield. And it's up to the Ukrainian government to filter and protect their own people from these unsafe devices.
The existence of counterfeit tourniquets in Ukraine is concerning to some Western officials who frequently urge Ukrainian authorities to crack down on the sale of counterfeit goods in this country. Patriot Defense has distributed nearly 21,000 NATO-standard improved first aid kits to Ukrainian soldiers. The organization has provided almost 24,000 soldiers and 2,000 cadets with these aid kits.
The basic components of a medical kit, the very bare minimum, include a tourniquet, a hemostatic gauze, a pressure dressing. You can add other things like nasopharyngeal airways that go into your nose to keep your tongue from falling in the back of your airway. You can also add needles if they're trained and they're allowed to do that. When somebody gets shot in the chest, sometimes they get something called a tension pneumothorax that builds a pocket that collapses their lungs. And if you're able to take the needle and insert it in the chest, you can save that individual's life.
During this course, the military instructors teach how to apply a catheter in case of a penetrating chest injury. These life-saving skills are crucial, and I found out for myself just how effective they truly are.
90 degrees from the body, yeah, and go down.
So it goes until the kind of orange part there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we slowly take it out.
Yeah.
The service in the Soviet army was drastically different from its Western counterparts. Soviet military officials famously scoffed at the U.S.'s sensitivity to casualties. Now, as Ukraine sheds its Soviet past and moves to embrace its European future, these Ukrainian cadets are learning to protect each other fiercely.